Hello, little dreamers, and welcome to Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we have a very special tale about a prince, a stormy night, and a very, very small pea. But don't be fooled, sometimes the tiniest things can hold the biggest surprises. So, snuggle up, close your eyes, and let's begin. In a faraway kingdom, beyond rolling green hills and shimmering blue rivers, there was a grand and majestic castle. And in this castle lived a young prince. The prince was kind and handsome, wise beyond his years, but he had one very big problem: he was looking for a real princess to marry. Prince, thoughtfully. A real princess. But how will I ever find one? You see, he didn't just want to marry any princess. He wanted to marry someone who was truly kind, truly gentle, and truly royal at heart. So, he traveled far and wide, searching from one kingdom to the next. The prince visited sparkling palaces, hidden castles, and enchanted lands. He met princesses with golden crowns and velvet gowns. He met princesses with the finest jewels and the sweetest voices. But something always seemed not quite right. One princess was beautiful but did not care for others. Another was graceful but cared only for grand feasts and riches. And yet another claimed to be a princess but didn't act like one at all. Prince, sighing. Oh dear, how will I ever find a true princess? Someone who is kind, caring, and pure of heart? And so, after months and months of searching, the prince returned home to his castle, still without a bride. One evening, as rain poured down from the darkened sky and thunder rumbled across the land, the prince sat by the grand fireplace, lost in thought. The wind howled through the trees, rattling the castle windows. The raindrops danced against the stone walls. Then knock, knock, knock. A sudden knocking echoed through the castle doors. The prince and the king and queen looked at one another, surprised. Who could possibly be visiting on such a stormy night? The prince rushed to the door and pulled it open. Standing outside in the pouring rain was a young girl. Her long, golden hair was wet from the storm. Her simple cloak was soaked through. Raindrops dripped from her delicate fingers. But when she spoke, her voice was gentle, warm, and kind. Mysterious girl, softly. Please, may I come in? I have traveled far and have nowhere else to go. The prince's heart ached for her. She looked weary and cold, yet her eyes were bright with kindness. The queen stepped forward, tilting her head. Queen, curious but kind. And who are you, my dear? The girl gave a small smile. Mysterious girl, softly. I am a princess. The queen's test. Now, the queen had met many princesses in her life. Some true, some not. But could this girl, dressed in a wet, simple cloak, truly be a princess? Then, an idea sparked in the queen's mind. She turned to the royal maids and whispered. Queen, whispering. Prepare a bed in the grand guest chamber. But beneath the thick, soft mattresses, place a single, tiny pea. The maids nodded, rushing off to prepare the room. The queen turned back to the young girl with a warm smile. Queen. Come, my dear, we shall give you a warm place to sleep. And so, the princess was led to the guest chamber, where the bed had been prepared. The mattress was fluffy, the blankets were silky, and the pillows were as soft as clouds. But deep beneath all the layers of bedding, hidden away, was one tiny, green pea. The girl thanked them kindly, changed into warm, dry clothes, and snuggled into the bed. The castle grew quiet as the rain continued to fall outside. The candles flickered, and soon, everyone was fast asleep. As the golden sun rose over the kingdom, the prince and queen eagerly waited in the grand dining hall. The doors opened, and the young princess walked in. But, oh dear, she looked exhausted. Her golden hair was messy, her shoulders drooped, and she let out a small yawn. Queen, concerned. My dear, did you not sleep well? The young girl shook her head. Princess, softly. Oh, Your Majesty. I do not know what it was, but something hard was in my bed. All night, I felt something pressing against my back. It was the strangest thing. I hardly got a wink of sleep. The prince's eyes widened. The queen smiled knowingly. The test had worked. Only a true princess, with a heart as gentle as a feather, could feel something so tiny as a single pea beneath all those thick, soft mattresses. The prince turned to her, smiling brightly. Prince, joyfully. You are a true princess. From that moment on, the prince knew he had found his bride. Not because she wore fancy gowns. Not because she had a golden crown. But because she was kind, honest, and gentle of heart. And so, a grand wedding was held in the kingdom. Bells rang, flowers bloomed, and the entire kingdom rejoiced. The prince and the princess ruled together with kindness and wisdom. And as for the tiny pea? It was placed in a glass case in the castle, where it was kept for many, many years, a reminder of how sometimes, the smallest things can reveal the greatest truths. And that, dear dreamers, is the story of the princess and the pea. Now, close your eyes, snuggle up, and let your dreams take you to magical places. Good night, little one. Sweet dreams.